It's the Ron and Fez show starting right now. How excited we are today because sitting in with us is Vos and Bonnie. Good to see you guys.
Thank you for having us.
And you're already snipping at each other as this starts. You're losing right now 3-0 to your own wife.
I'm losing, not 3-0. I'm losing every day. I mean, because you can't win. How can you win with a female? We had a fight last night. You can't win.
He's called me a female. That's a start.
That is nice.
That is
nice.
one of the nicest things he's ever said to me.
Okay. We're building bridges here.
How do you... Good, I can throw her off.
See, and then we went back a step.
Drowning seems like an improvement to the life I have now.
This happens on their podcast, Fezzy.
Their podcast, My Wife Hates Me, on the Riotcast Network.
Yeah.
Rich Voss is here. He's going to be at the Garden State Comedy Club in Clinton, New Jersey tonight and tomorrow. Then Uncle Vinny's in New Jersey, February 14th and 15th. Bonnie McFarlane's also here at the Stress Factory, February 20th.
Oh, thank you. I forgot about that one.
Don't forget about that. That's going to be epic.
Yeah.
But you guys are. How long you guys been married?
8 years.
8 years.
8 years. 8 years. That's
This is our 8th and final year. This is it.
Yeah. No, 8 years, and she's my soulmate. I mean, here's the thing.
Did that hurt? Did that hurt when you said that?
It's so like when he said that before, and it's.
Oh, I thought you guys were bringing real food.
No. We just had some. Well, fruit is real food. This got sent to us.
Yeah, if you're stuck on an island.
From the guy's orange grove. Mark sent this to us.
Well, thank God we won't get scurvy.
What is? We have a problem when we go out in the ships, when we leave London and go out for 6 months. We don't get enough sun. So he sent us navel oranges and honeybell tangelos from his grove in Florida. The navels are best when you sexualize them.
I know mine is.
You went for belly button, didn't you, Fez?
Yeah, it's just so deep.
You know what? You are so biting that you should be in a menage with these two. You know what I mean? This could be a modern marriage where you add a gay guy after 8 years.
I think Rich would like that.
Yeah.
Here, you know, I look at this show, and I remember years ago on this show, I got this tattoo done. Remember, I had it done on the air.
Yes.
So it's probably a $200 tattoo. And this is how bad the economy is. From a free tattoo on the show to a half an orange.
Things are rough. Things are seriously rough. I forgot about that. That was up at NEW, right?
Yeah, NEW.
No, I didn't know that you. What did that represent to you? Because I know it was important that you got that.
Free.
Okay.
No.
Are you glad you have it now?
Well, yeah, because I like flowers. I mean, I got some flowers on me.
Right.
He likes to put what how he's gonna do the grave site for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's nice.
I put these two pinup girls
pattern.
here.
Yeah.
So when me and Bonnie have sex, I could look at them to keep going. I don't know. But that guy.
Why would you put pinup girls on your arms? It's so. Don't you think that's weird?
No, because
those are the arms he hugs his 6-year-old daughter with.
They're swinging golf clubs. They're not. Not like they're.
It is bizarre.
This is to ruin every PTA meeting that'll ever happen. Because you got the hat and then the leather jacket going.
Well, the hat because I didn't want to do my hair.
And you look like someone that Fonzie had to protect Richie from. You know what I mean? There's a look that you have.
But he's at the age, it's like back then. And now he hasn't grown out of that character, but he's aged.
He's still reminding people of that role that he had.
Yes.
I don't know whether you saw it or not. It did very well in the Nielsen ratings. But you have a look about you that isn't as peaceful as you actually are.
Is he peaceful?
No matter how many flowers you get tattooed on you.
You know, it's when he got the pinup girls. It was a sad day for me because I realized he's never giving up the comedy.
No.
And he's not going to get a real job. No.
Well, what I really wanted to get, and she hated the tattoo, what I wanted to get was a microphone, right, and a cord strangling a girl in the front row and saying, "It's not about you, bitch," right? But she said that would give a negative, what do you call it? A negative vibe to my audience.
Yeah.
That I don't like them. Just loud girls. That's
Just
all.
loud girls that you're
He doesn't like
choking out.
women,
Right.
pretty much across the board.
Yes, I do. I
no,
love
you don't.
women.
Hey, man.
No.
See.
I love men. I love women.
You just said I love men for a second.
I myself. Listen,
I love cock. Wait, hold on. Wait, I meant something else.
That is not.
a diddle do. No, I mean,
No, but gay guys
he's so
love
fucking
women.
fast.
It's not that. It's not like necessarily a sexual thing. He just doesn't like. He would never. He's never drawn to a woman. Like she always had. If he's talking to a woman, it's because she spent a lot of time sort of flattering him until he turned around.
See, there's a term, I believe it's homosocial, that a lot of straight guys have, where they just want to be hanging out with dudes.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And that's their real connection in life. And then later they go home and have sex.
Well,
but,
we call it that.
Okay, whatever. But the fact is, you're more comfortable around guys than you ever are women.
Yeah, and in fact, let me tell you this: you are so good.
Yeah,
I've never heard that term before.
Yeah.
That is something.
oh, what are you, the fucking queen of England?
Homosocial, is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe it's homosocial.
Homosocial, and when because I'm pretty, I'm a dude.
You're
a lot of the time.
homosocial
Yeah.
yourself.
But when I act like a girl, he gets angry.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it if I dress up. He doesn't like it,
Are you out of your mind? First of all, I'm here.
Yeah, I am.
Second of all,
We're the sane people are talking. Okay.
Here's the deal. I was raised by just my mom, and who I realized had it tough. You don't know it now, but she's raising 3 kids on her own. But when you have a mom that's over oh yeah, why don't you tell some of your farm stories? Okay.
No, it's touching. Your mom was the best deal. I didn't know you were Irish.
I know. It's like he just told me that his mom and his sister shared a bed.
Yeah, not a bed, a bedroom.
Oh, a bedroom.
okay.
A bedroom.
Oh yeah, and you told me that you slept in the basement on a dirt floor the other day because you were poor, and
in
you
a
guys,
bed, in a bed.
yeah, with mice crawling on you,
So,
and a
that's
bathroom outside in an outhouse. But if you couldn't make it, you had a bucket. So okay, everybody had it a little tough in different ways. All right,
Your brother only had one leg.
Yeah, at least we had running water. We didn't have to melt snow to fucking bathe.
I feel like Ron and I should leave the room.
I don't know if this is helping to make it to year 9. I'm starting to be concerned.
No, I'm just saying, we come from different worlds.
Yeah.
But they're both really poor. They're both very ghetto-like.
2 worlds. They both suck. Well, I think we all guys start out as homosocial when we're younger. You know what I mean? Like when you're a kid, you hang with the boys, then the girls are on the other side of the room, but you grow out of that. You know what I mean? You grow up. You mature.
When we're hanging in a comedy club,
Right.
just hanging out, it's mixed. But 9 out of 10 times, the guys are more fun than the skirts. I'm not trying to be old fashioned.
That's a bit of dialogue from the show that he was on.
Okay,
Using the word skirt, stop that.
when the dames come in,
The Happy Days show.
okay, and, you say, all right, Cookie, sit down. But what I'm saying is,
I can't imagine why women aren't just flocking to him.
okay, because you're a block. And what I'm saying is, okay, listen, if I was single,
Today.
if I was single,
And you may
I'm
be.
very eligible.
Let's not rule it out.
Okay, how bad? Are you allowed to curse?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. I really want to fuck his face.
All right. Just for everyone else, he's pointing to young Shelby.
Robert Kelly.
Who, by the way, Shelby, you're being a little flirty with Voss, and we're trying to do a show here.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'll go sit in the back.
Yeah.
Look, oh man, I just want him to walk around my house in a robe throwing firecrackers.
Exactly. While somebody's playing Sister Christian. What a great fucking scene. And here's the thing. We've all been in that weird fucking room where you're like, I think there's more coke. I'm going to fucking stay till this motherfucker breaks up the rest of the coke.
That's so true. You'll stay through anything praying more coke will be put out.
Yeah.
Like, there could be like a murder in the corner going, okay, well, well, maybe he deserved it.
Yeah.
Do you have another line?
Right. And then you whisper to your friend, this is fucking weird, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't want to leave. You know, when they were running around grabbing the dealers of Philip Seymour Hoffman, I was praying you didn't show up on that episode of TV. Didn't you kind of feel a little bad for those guys?
Well, but here's the thing. Obviously, dealing is... It's scum. It's whatever.
Right.
It's your deal. You don't have to say it's bad. We know it's bad. But an addict, it's going to find their drug.
Right.
You can't blame the dealer. An addict is an addict. They're going to find their drugs from it. From this guy, the guy next door.
And normally the dealer's an addict too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
9 out of 10 times.
Not if he's a good one. I thought that was the whole thing. You don't do your own product.
That's a fucking TV dealer.
Oh.
Okay, you're blaming. You can't blame somebody else's addiction.
I agree.
On somebody else.
I agree.
Okay. You have to take responsibility in life for what you do and how. Okay. If I decide to get high and wherever I get it, it has nothing to do with them. It's about me.
I like how Rich really thinks he's teaching you right now.
No, it's good.
I'm talking. No, I'm just talking.
Hey, I need to hear it.
No,
I do. I need to hear
I'm not talking
it.
to you. I'm talking to people that go, oh, good, they got the dealers. That's not the fucking solution.
Right.
That's not the solution. You know, the solution is... Everybody, you have to take responsibility for your own life. You know, the solution is you don't enable somebody like his girlfriend kicked him out. You know what I mean? You can only make that change yourself. That's all.
But this is what hit me to the core. 23 years, he's fucking sober.
Yeah.
He has a drink, and within a year and a half, he's dead of a heroin overdose. People don't fucking believe that kind of slide, but it happens.
Well, the progression after... Excuse me. When you're in recovery, I mean, when you're not doing whatever, cigarettes, drugs, it's still in you. The progression is still in you. So, like, I remember I quit smoking once for 6 months, and at that time I was at 2 packs a day, and when I started back up, within a day or two, I was back to 2 packs a day. The progression is still there. So if I started doing drugs again after 28 years, it'd be like 28 years of, you know, now with the fucking money, you know, I got enough watches to get me fucking to kill me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not, you know, it's not a game. Once you cross that fine line between social and addiction, there's no turning back. And you're not... I don't know statistics, but you just cannot go from a full-blown addict to a social user.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't have that mentality, or that, it's not in you. You know, Bonnie could drink every now and then and handle it. I mean, she's an ass, you know, but she gets a little frisky when she's drunk, you know. She acts like a cat.
Do you do a thing where you're just like, let me smell your breath?
No.
Just get over here and let me smell your breath.
It's better, yeah, because... no.
He had a line and then sucked it down. It's good to know. It's good to know that there's some restraint in this marriage.
Now, the only way that he would not say it is if he just couldn't think of the right word.
No, I didn't say...
Like, trust me. We just,
I was working...
He will trash me. Sometimes he trashes me so hard that I have to, like on our podcast or something, I have to be like, I'm still your wife.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
are you kidding me? You're the meanest person. That's why I like you, because you're mean. You're not like some little...
Do I seem mean to you?
No, you seem adorable.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Wait till we get in the car. Why don't we tape that?
You know, the time that you guys came in and did Unmasked with me, that room rocked so hard.
That was fun.
And I heard back from so many people over there. It was amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
We could have that experience again.
What's that? On what?
Podcast.
I thought maybe over at your house.
Yeah. No, just like without. Yeah, just come on over. And,
one time,
hot in there. Take your shirt off.
After, I guess I had like 2 months out of rehab, and I work in Florida. I was working in Daytona. There was a place called Mac's Famous Pub.
Mac's Famous Bar. Yeah.
And I go back to my room with this waitress. Easily a 10. Yeah. Okay, made Bonnie look like a boy. Okay, not in a bad way.
It's too late. If you look like that boy over there,
sure. I mean, come on, boys come in all different.
And we went back to my hotel room, and 2 months, and I'm making out with her, and I'm like, her mouth tastes like Coke, and then she pulls out like a 1/4 ounce of Coke.
You're in fucking Daytona, dude. This happens.
I know, but a waitress.
But let me just I mean, really, were you shocked? A girl who was easily a 10 goes back to a room with you, and you're like, she's not on drugs? Come on.
Well, I said, you have to leave. I had to kick her out of the room because I couldn't take that chance. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, it's just like the other thing. It has nothing to do with her. It's me. Okay, I fucked her first.
Did you?
No. And I didn't,
First of all, if she's a waitress working in Daytona, she's a runaway. So already you've done something horrible.
She's a runaway.
Just another fucked up guy in her life, man.
Well, hopefully she...
What is it about that happens? Why do girls go looking for terrible dudes one after another like that?
Well, the reason that I did it and then eventually settled on the worst one. My father, I swear to God, never said I love you ever, not one time, to any of his kids. And my mother, she's a little on the cold side. And so I married someone who just constantly is like, ugh, like, get away, yuck.
But why wouldn't you want to try to turn that around?
I don't know.
I say I love you all the time.
Yeah, but from a distance, which is good because I don't like to get spit on.
Well, her parents, Bonnie, when she was, how old were you when you had to get your operation?
Stop! I don't want to tell this story in public. It's too crazy.
You've already told it.
No, I haven't.
You told it on. You told it on O&A.
No,
you did.
Didn't.
They couldn't stop laughing.
No, stop.
Oh, come on! It's a good story. It's a heartwarming story.
It's
Bonnie. I'll tell it.
No.
Yes, it's too late. The cat's out of the bag. Bonnie was like 8 or 9 and had
I was 10.
10 and had to have her urethra taken out.
I had a urethra transplant.
Wow. And they lived way up in Alberta, and the operation was in Toronto.
No, it wasn't.
Where was the operation?
In Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah.
4 hours away, right?
Yeah.
So the parents...
Bonnie,
who is, how old, 10, has to have a transplant. Her parents put her on the bus.
Oh, my God.
Because they couldn't leave because it was harvest season.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can't leave.
It's a farm. You know, you got to work the farm.
And they put her on the bus and said, look, go there and have your operation at 10.
I think it says a lot about the Canadian healthcare system. I really do. I think that's the beauty of it all.
But her parents are good parents because they, when she was 16, gave her a cow.
No, that was 10 too.
10, you got your cows at 10?
That was the same year I got the cow. Everyone in my family.
So you
that
lost
was the bus fare.
You lost something and you got something. It was a great year.
Bonnie McFarlane's here at the Stress Factory, February 20th, and Rich Voss.
Where none of these stories will be told.
Rich Voss is at the Garden State Comedy Club in Clinton, New Jersey tonight and tomorrow.
And a late show at 11 in Hoboken at Biggie's after my show tonight. I'm going from one to the other. That's how I do it.
Boom.
This
is the way Sinatra used to hang out in Hoboken. You know what I mean? 3 o'clock in the morning, we're swinging.
But the way he read that plug was like, okay, thank you for coming in.
I know. We're done.
I can't take Urethra talk.
It was Segway is not in Fez's thick mode. And then the other thing that he does great is when he has to do any plugs or live reads, it gets way louder and more serious. You know?
He looks good, man.
Yeah, he looks fantastic. Yeah. 3 stents will do that for you.
Yeah.
Well, how many stents you got?
I have 7 now. It's 3 heart attacks.
Oh, I thought stent like he did time in prison.
No, he wishes.
That's a stint.
You had 3 heart attacks?
Yeah.
Not at the same time.
No.
What do they feel like? Like how do you know you're getting one?
Like fluffy cotton candy. They hurt. It feels, the best way I can describe it, it feels like you're trying to swallow a hot whole baked potato.
And
so you've eaten at our house.
No, but that's the best way to describe it. What's the worst way? What's the worst way to describe it?
Cut your baked potato. I mean, that's not my job.
That Gregory Hines is back from the dead and tap dancing on your chest.
Can't you take a bare aspirin like they say?
I take several of them, but it's still heart attacking.
Well, that's supposed to thin your blood, right?
Right, yeah. I take the asprin and blood thinners now.
You take it every day, aspirin?
Yeah, I take a baby bear every day.
Oh. This sounds like a pedophile, you know. Oh, baby bear, not a bear baby. But Fez, for you didn't even know you were having a heart attack.
No, it went 10 days before I finally went to the doctor. of constant chest pain and me thinking, well, I must have pulled a muscle, even though I don't do a physical thing in my life. Somehow I pulled a chest muscle.
That's fucking... Like, if I get a hangnail, I run to the hospital because I'm scared to get infected. An ingrown... Like, I just had ultrasound because I have a pain down here. I thought it was a hernia, but it was... but, like, chest pain... That's one thing they say don't fuck around. Like, if you go to the hospital and go, I'm having chest pain... Yeah, it's like you trump bullet wounds, you trump a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
They bring you right in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is the first thing. You if you're stuck, like you fucking scraped your knee and nobody will look at you and say, and I'm having massive chest pain.
Yeah.
And when they come in and look at the chest pain, say, not so much that, but my knee fucking hurts.
This is a true story.
I think that's morally reprehensible, by the way.
Hold on. This is a true story. This guy and let me put a live eel in his ass. And he had to go to a live eel. Like, hold on. And it got stuck. And he had to go to the hospital because it was lodged and wedged into his ass. And which has to be the most embarrassing moment in
one of them. One of the most embarrassing moments.
I was thinking if that was me, before I went to the hospital, I would have to break my wrist first. And when I got to the hospital, I go, look, while I'm here, can you check to see if there's a live eel in my ass?
Now, you said you put the live eel in his ass?
The guy did it. He did it to himself.
Why?
Because he was, I don't know.
Do you know him? I mean, were you with him?
No, it was on the internet.
Oh, okay. The way this started, I thought you stuck the live eel in the guy's ass.
No, I was doing a bit.
Okay.
Which I don't usually do. I usually ad-lib. I try one of my bits that kills on stage, and it fell flat because you thought it was a real serious story.
Well, because I think that you went louder. You know what I mean? You did the Fez thing. Look, everybody!
Anyhow, I'm glad you're okay. You look great.
I think there's two types of guys. The guys that don't go to the doctor no matter what's happening, or the bosses who go too much.
No.
Oh, there's the third kind that go exactly the right amount.
I don't know those people.
You don't think that's true?
But here's when you get to it. Listen, it's like you know when there's something wrong inside you.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not like if there's something going wrong, you can't just blow it off and go, oh, that passes. Okay, maybe a stomach ache passes, a headache, or it could be a tumor. But
I always just think if I have some juice, I'll be fine.
I'm the same way. I mean, I just hope it goes away.
My appendix burst, and I went and did a 1 hour interview while I was happy, just like the one I did with you. I did it with, who was it, Lenny or Squiggy? Lenny. And I just ignored it. I was in this crazy pain, the sweats. I'm just like, so when you were on Laverne and Shirley, and then finally they just took me to the fucking hospital.
But you could die from that.
Yeah, that's what they said to me. But I said, I think I was going to beat it. I think I was just about a half an hour from turning it around. I think I would have been fine. Juice. Yeah. Plenty of juice.
If your appendix bursts, can't you just piss it out?
No. I don't think so. If I would have done that. But even when they took me in to do the operation, I was just fucking furious. You know what I mean? I was just pissed. Like, I don't want anything to fucking go wrong like that. Yeah. And I hate being around those people.
Well, I hate taking, I took a test the other day, ultrasound. And then you got to wait for results, and it's nothing but 2 days or a day fucking anxiety attacks.
Right.
But then he also has anxiety. He gets the results, which are nothing. Yeah. Always nothing. And then he says, yeah, they could be wrong. So then he has more anxiety.
I'm waiting for the second call. Oh, and by the way.
We read the wrong chart. Sorry.
Years and years ago, I went and took, an AIDS test. When everybody was taking an AIDS test.
Everybody did.
So I took, with my doctor, blood AIDS. Right? So I get a call, and whenever my doctor calls, they go, hey, there's nothing wrong. You're fine. So I get a call, and they go, this is Dr. So-and-so. Can you come in tomorrow? I'm like, well, why the fuck? Why? What do you mean? Why would I want to? I'm going, why didn't they just tell me everything's okay over the phone? Now, my heart, I go, why would you want me to come in? They go, well, your tooth came in. It was my dentist. I thought it was my doctor. Because you have to get your tooth. We can't deliver it. True, I thought it was
Why? But I'm young!
Then he had a heart attack.
You ever see that thing where your doctor's looking at the thing and you just try to gauge his seriousness from this whole thing of he's fucking struggling to tell me how horrible this news is going to be?
I think they always go worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Well, when they go get your plans in order, I go, well, I have a golf trip coming up in Florida.
But with other people, he's a little more like when I was pregnant, I fainted in the post office, and I cracked my head open. There was a lot of blood and stuff. So, I had to get taken by ambulance we're supposed to leave the next day to go to Dallas. And I heard him talking to my doctor endlessly, trying to convince my doctor that I would be okay to fly. And my doctor saying, it's probably not best. You should probably stay. So for me, and, our unborn child, it was like, get her out of there. Let's go.
Remember when I came into the hospital and you were laying there all bloody or something?
I was in the ambulance. I'd come to. I was crying. I was scared, obviously, and he goes, what's wrong?
I just want to check, when you said unborn child, still unborn? Or did we go, oh, good. Finally a happy ending.
She is 6 now.
And then the Club Dallas that we were supposed to work, I sent my CDs in advance there, and they never returned them. 50 of them. We lost the weekend and 50 CDs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Then when the doctor said...
Old dummy can't hold on to a rail.
When the doctor said that I shouldn't go, he was like, but I could go? Could I leave her alone for the weekend? And he's like, you probably shouldn't. And, boy, you stressed about that. You went back and forth on that for a long time.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to earn a living for the family, for the unborn baby. I want to give the baby the best I can.
Right.
Losing a weekend is losing.
That 2,500
it's like losing a bassinet.
You know what he used to do? Babies R Us. He would buy something like a
swing,
and it has a 90-day return policy, and then he would, because the baby grows so quickly, he would return it, get the next size, then return it, get the next size. We paid for one thing.
Remember that garage sale where I got the walker?
We go to a garage sale. No, it was one of those things you put the baby in and it bounces. And so we bought that for $5 at a garage sale. And then, which was a little concerning to me, but what am I going to have an argument? So, am I the kind of lady who argues with her husband? No. So then we go to another garage sale, and he sees the same sort of deal.
Nicer one.
For $2 or $3. I can't remember. He took the first one back. He returned a $5 thing to a garage sale.
Well,
what kind of person?
It's not the money; it's the principle.
The principle, is it?
I know there's not Jews in rural Canada, but here we're very used to this. These baby shoes are too small. Yeah, now they didn't start that way.
Yeah, but I'm not cheap. I spend money all the time. I'm not at all cheap. I really.
Yeah, he paid $20 to that guy
to Bobo to fuck a donut the last show.
That's fine.
Yeah. But I'm not. But I don't. Just little things.
$2 for
little things that you're going. I don't need 2 bouncy baby things.
Right.
I was going to say, here, take it back for free. But what the fuck? I might as well try to get my 5 first. If not, then here, I don't
pick
need
up
it.
a nice $5 for yourself. Little folding money.
Everybody likes.
Well, he does this thing where he goes into a store. He's like going to buy his lotto or something. I don't know. And then, the little candies like for 20 cents right there. He tries to bargain with them over
they're
the
60
candy.
cents. They should be 20.
Whatever they are. He'll say, come on, just give it to me. Come on. And the guy, no, that ain't the price.
No,
whatever.
but after you spend $25 fucking dollars in one of these,
he gives him this. He gives him this speech.
If you spend $25 and you go, hey, let me get one of those little candies. Yeah, go ahead, take it, good customer. That's good business.
Rich, this is New York City. It's not some Bahamas open market. Fucking chickens running around. We have set prices. It's retail.
But I say to him, aren't you scared they're going to be like, Jew?
No, but if you spend, listen, if I had a business.
No, I look Italian.
Listen, if I had a business, it's like just a deli. If someone came in and spent $25, and then they ask how much is the 50-cent candy, I go, here, take it. That gets you to have that customer come back. That's business.
This is his theory too, that you should always get Munchkins free at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, fucking if you want 2 or 3.
Everyone should get. Sometimes he'll say there's kids in the car to get free Munchkins.
Because I don't want 6 or 12. I just want 2 or 3.
But people who think like you don't own businesses. That's the thing.
Yeah.
No,
people who own businesses are like, shit, we're going to go out of business if we're fucking not
that's
tight.
not true. When I'm doing shows, if I'm supposed to do an hour, I'll do an hour 15. I'll give them extra. I don't. If you're,
they'll stay open.
That's what we call the munchkin part of your show.
One time when we were first dating, we went into the Dunkin' Donuts, and he goes, give us some munchkins to the guy, and the guy was like, I'm not giving you free munchkins. And Rich goes, put the munchkins in the bag, and the guy put the munchkins in the bag, and he held up the guy for munchkins.
Was your finger in your pocket?
Yeah, it was like,
put the fucking munchkins.
Yes. It was like that. I was like, who are you? Let's get married.
Loud plug.
Bonnie McFarlane at the Stress Factory, February 20th. And Rich Voss tonight at the Garden State Comedy Club. And that's tonight and tomorrow night. And a late show tonight at Biggie's in Hoboken.
there you have it.
God, this is the funniest family in history. You guys are so goddamn insane. It's so funny.
So unhealthy.
It is.
What? We're friends. We get along. We're bad cop, bad cop.
It's true. It's true. You did find the person you're supposed to be with.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the world.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I know, sorry,
I don't, you know, I miss my ex-wife, but still, she fills a void.
I miss my ex-wife.
We do get along when we're both, and I feel bad about it, but it's such a bonding moment for us when we're both trashing one other person.
Yeah, putting the boots to someone.
Yeah, I mean, it is fun.
Or we'll sit up and watch a TV show and hate the same characters, and just like, you know, every daughter on every show is like, where do they get them from? Like the daughter on fucking Homeland, or the daughter. Every daughter we hate. They get the worst daughters.
It's sad that you guys have a daughter. That's what concerns me.
That's why we won't put her on the show. We want to love her forever. It's just, you know, we see the same horribleness pretty much. I mean, she, like when we were watching Captain Phil, like she's like a fucking Canadian, like liberal. But, you know, we're watching Captain Phillips and these fucking guys, if you saw, you know, that hijacked the boat. I go, look at these fucking...
You called them animals,
Easy.
which I don't like.
Easy.
Well, no, I'm not being racist.
Okay.
Not racist. She goes, oh, you don't know their background. You don't know where they come from, this and that. And yeah, okay, they have it a little
They're
tougher.
They're trying to survive.
Yeah, but... Yeah, that's just okay, Pelosi.
Pelosi. I mean, it's not a liberal standpoint. It's just
it is. It is.
It's a human standpoint.
That these Africans who grew up in poverty and starvation could get a job?
No.
What do you want them to do?
Well, I don't think hijacking ships and putting people's lives at risk.
No,
are the
we're not
answer.
saying it's right, and I'm not defending the wrongness of it. I'm just saying that I think that we can maybe have a tiny bit of empathy for people that are just...
None of us grew up in a starving village,
Yes.
Rich, is what we're saying. We don't know where our heads would go if we were starving for decades.
Yeah, but there's times when we've ordered dinner and didn't get dessert. We don't go...
That's a great point. I mean, like, I don't agree with everything, but I'll go after someone over if I don't get my fucking cobbler. You know, put the munchkins in the bag. That's basically a Somali pirate right there.
Yes, thank you.
Some guy is still telling the story to this day, saying the bad guy from Happy Days came in here and forced me. But you're not big on empathy.
Oh, no, yeah, I feel... No, don't get me wrong. I send money. I feel bad. Okay. But I know... I know violent... listen, I don't know because I didn't live that, but I don't see that
That's
being the solution.
You'll ever come to it.
Okay. Yes, I do feel empathy.
Right.
Okay. And yes, you want to help people all the time. Like if I see a homeless person, right, I won't kick them. I'll
That's
give
great. Seriously, that's great.
No, I'll give food. I'll do whatever I can to help. You know, you can't keep what you have in life unless you give it away. That's what they say. Okay, that's what they say.
It's beautiful.
Right?
That's one of his arguments when he's trying to get the candy lowered in price.
But yeah, you want to help people. But when you see people torturing and killing other people, how do you have empathy for that? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should go to Somalia learn how to say it and then go there.
So, do a gig, do a couple nights there.
Do a couple nights, maybe work the Comedy Hut.
Price 2 for 1.
Like 2 rocks and a stick to get in. You know, a shark's tooth gets you front row. I don't know. It's just, you don't, like, do you feel for everybody that...
You feel for the common person. You don't feel for the people running those countries. You don't, it's just like...
We didn't grow up under that kind of impression. But I think that if you were starving for decades and then there were barges of fucking Doritos, going by and you had kids, sooner or later you're like, fuck them. Let's go get some of that. They can get more. We can't. I get where that mentality comes from. Yeah. We got to make it easier for more people to achieve the life that you've been able to achieve for yourself.
The stuff, what they're robbing is not going to the people. It's going to...
Yeah, I mean, that is the truth. That it's not the Lord, whatever the guy is, was taking all of it.
No, but don't bring Jesus. God into
His
this.
Name is Jesus.
I wanted to say drug lord, but it wasn't. The merchandise
lord. He's a warlord.
Because our country sends aid to all of these.
We send aid to their country.
That's why Africa has so much AIDS.
We send aid. So it's their countries that are keeping it from the people.
Right.
Obviously.
But that the people, it's just like when I was growing up, we were told the Russians were the worst fucking people.
And I think we're starting to see that it's true. I think that's coming around.
But in a different way. I want to get back to the pregnancy thing because there's this picture that's out. Chris, who was this person who did this model?
Dutson Kraus. She's a Victoria's Secret supermodel all around.
I put the picture up. And she's posing naked and pregnant.
Yeah.
And Rich, I was saying, was this a turn on for you when Bonnie was pregnant?
Well, first of all, I don't even look that good not pregnant.
Okay. If Bonnie's elbows looked that good, it would be a turn on to me. Okay. She's not pregnant enough where it's a turn off.
Right. There is a point.
There's, she just looks like pretty much every late night girl's stomach that I've ever met. At the diner. That's a diner, last minute.
Yeah.
But as good looking as she is, I go for personality first. If you can make me laugh, that's what turns me on. Are you kidding me? Look at her.
Yeah. So you're after the laugh first. That's why you and Norton were so close.
Yes.
No, but she's so hot and she's not that pregnant, so you can't use that as an example. You got to get somebody who's showing a little more.
Does this work for you or no?
No, there's a tiny fetus inside of her belly that creeps me the fuck out. I'm weirded out completely.
Oh, really? That's God doing that. That's nature.
Such a guy in the fish tank.
I'd rather see it in a test tube without being
sexier.
Shelby, what about for you?
Yeah, she's like barely pregnant. They took this photo after they peed on the stick.
Okay, but so what point would it be?
Peeing on the stick. Now that I'd like to see.
And for you, you might be lucky enough. It might be a little boy in her body.
One can hope.
Look, I think there's a pregnant woman walking around the halls here. She's hella sexy. She's very, very attractive, very pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean,
But is there a time where no sex, or is there a no sex?
Well, he definitely used
3 years.
He didn't want to have sex when I was pregnant because.
Why?
I'm gonna hurt the baby.
No, how can I hurt the baby unless I'm hitting you as I'm doing it?
You did have some issues with it.
It was you.
What? Oh, you had issues with me?
Well, yeah, you're the one I'd be having sex with. You were just, you weren't yourself.
How was she?
Because she grew up on a farm.
Oh, God, here we go again. Jesus.
No, I thought we had sex when you were pregnant. She's a prude.
Uh-huh.
Not when I was pregnant, I wasn't.
We've been married 9 years.
Time.
We've never done 69 once.
We've already done this joke on this show.
No, we haven't.
I'm sure we have.
Okay, we won't do it.
It was such a nice setup.
I know. I was like,
in 9 years, we haven't done it.
It's like a working vacation.
I set her up. That's what I do. You just call me Stilla. Born.
It's a family business. It's nice.
No, but there's certain things, like if we watch porn, when a close-up, she goes, ugh, like that. you know.
I like a porn from a distance.
From a distance.
We only have one porn.
Is that right?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
It's the same one you go back to over and over?
Well, we don't even like it, but we don't want to. I don't want to go out and buy more.
Right, but it comes directly to your TV.
Can you imagine
now.
him in a porn shop? Come on, this one's been viewed a number of times.
I got kicked out of the Peep booth.
What?
We used to go to this place, me, Florentine, Levy, Norton, in Philly. You can go into these booths.
Those upstanding gentlemen went to a porn booth.
I find it hard to believe.
No, these booths, the girls would come in and watch you masturbate. They wouldn't touch you, but they would just watch. So I don't want to pay the price because they're not doing any work. I go, look, I'll give you $10. You know, let her come in. She go, I'll give you $10. And they go, no, it's more. I go, 10, that's all I'm paying. They go, get out. And they threw me out of the Peep booth, out of the porn store.
No, were they naked or just you?
Oh, I don't remember because I never made it in.
I mean, it seems odd that you're jerking off and a woman just walks in wearing overalls.
No,
hurry up, pal. I got a lot of people.
Hey, I know a lot of guys would be into that. They just want someone to be there.
Well, you grew up on a farm.
Well, two story. One, and there were shades on the door, but there was this much space. So you could see the shadow, and we saw Levy's hand flying across the floor, the shadow, back and forth. And then all of a sudden, you could see the shadow of his hand. I'm sure. And then when Florentine was done, you heard over the loudspeaker, mop to door 2. No, I swear to God. Yes.
He dropped a load.
I swear to God. Mop to door 2.
Yeah,
and
he's a healthy guy.
And somebody didn't get that job.
Levy's shoe took his out with him.
But this was 20 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know.
Yeah, that was normal.
You know, that is like such a bizarre. See, that's a homosocial thing to do because women don't go like.
We went in the same.
We would
together.
never be like, you gonna masturbate in the next door. I'm gonna. Let's all get just a curtain between us and masturbate.
If these girls leave, it'll be really great.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just because we did a gig and in Philly, and
you feel
had
good
some
about
extra
yourself.
money, and what the heck?
Not everybody does improv after the show. Why not go out and jerk off together?
Rich and Bonnie's podcast is My Wife Hates Me.
There it is.
On the Riotcast Network. Also, Bonnie's going to be at the Stress Factory February 20th, and Rich Voss is at the Garden State Comedy Club in Clinton, New Jersey tonight and tomorrow. Late show tonight at Biggie's in Hoboken, and Uncle Vinny's in New Jersey.
Next weekend.
February 14th and 15th.
And the night before, I'm at Revel Casino. So I guess that's our out. We got to pick up our daughter.
Yeah, I saw you check. So we might be doing something together in the future.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah, I'm going to think about it. Because you're the funniest human beings in the world.
You are.
No, all I got to do is come and sit there, really, and then I'll hear you three were great. You know what I mean? That's exactly the type of things I want to do. And then if it doesn't work, I'll go, I don't know what's wrong with them. They're getting along too well. But seriously, yeah, I'll get back in touch with you. But it would be great. You're the best. We're going to go to break now, and we'll be right back. Fran and Fez.
Thank you, guys.
Fran and Fez on Raw Dog. SiriusXM. Comedy Hits. Channel 99.
On the Ron and Fez show, we discovered the one thing that all human beings have in common.
Every person on the planet can make a machine gun sound, but every single one of them is different.
No person sounds alike, but we always know it's a machine gun.
Listen to all of our callers as they try to make their best machine gun sound, then you make one at home. Jason, North Dakota, your machine gun sound. Al in Iowa, what's your machine gun sound? Dan, what's your machine gun sound? Roger in Illinois, your machine gun sound. Ringo in Chicago, what's your machine gun sound? Brendan in Long Island, what's your machine gun sound? Sergio in Manhattan, what's your machine gun sound? Brad in New Mexico, what's your machine gun sound? Mike in Queens, what's your machine gun sound? David, let me hear your machine gun sound.
Tell my wife I love her.
The Ron and Fez Show, weekdays starting at noon Eastern.
On Raw Dog, SiriusXM Comedy Hits 99.
Ron and Fez on Raw Dog.
SiriusXM
Comedy Hits. Channel 99.
Welcome back to the Ron and Fez Show. Bonnie and Vos just kill me. They're just so funny together. It's the weirdest thing because I think that they're so funny separately, but together, it really is like a TV show. It's almost like writers are handing them lines as they do that. So they asked me to do something with them in March out. I might be doing that because they're great. It's at Rich Voss. Let's do a first responders. Just tell them that you enjoyed them on the show today because they were terrific. So if you're on Twitter, first responders at Rich Voss, just to let them know how much they lit it up on the show today. They were just fantastic. Fez, you enjoy them too.
I love Bonnie and Vos.
They bring a lot out in you, I notice. You like a family dynamic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel like the... when you brought up that maybe I could join the group on the marriage podcast, I was thinking that would be a nice couple to be involved with.
Chris Stanley in here today. I've got a problem when guests come in, particularly male guests. I can't have Shelby too close because he brings out the homoerotic in everybody.
He's got that. Maybe we should just throw duct tape over his mouth.
Well, then they know
weird?
There's something to hide there.
Something beautiful. But almost every comic that comes in here comments on Shelby's, I'm going to say unisexual beauty. I don't even know if that's a term.
His luscious lips.
What is it when someone has both male and female? Because it's the best thing that you could have. You know what I mean? Like, Elvis had the male and female thing going.
It's androgyny.
That's the fucking phrase. That's why I always need Chris Stanley with me. You have an androgynous allure to straight men. I've never heard a gay man comment on them, but straight men comment on them like, well, if I go to prison and I find somebody like him, I'll be happy.
A lot of, like, fucking my face. Like, if I'm gonna...
Well, no one wants to fuck your ass. You got no ass.
If there's gonna be a penis in my mouth, at least let me blow you. Let me take the wheel. I mean, you don't need to be fucking my face.
I'm going to say this. Point taken. I mean, he really should be involved.
No, that's just the mouth that's meant to be used, in my opinion.
But if he's willing to do some work, you could lay back, Chris. You don't have to just sit there and pound on it. Does this make you uncomfortable? Like, once again, straight guys find homosexual sex to be funny?
Yeah, that is just a big circus joke.
It's a laugh.
Yes, that's it.
It's a laugh line.
By the way, I'm going to go to because Fez, I don't know if you've ever been to a circus. No one ever laughs there. It's really not a funny place. But... yeah, I do think guys do use that as a joke place rather than... I don't know, what would you like us to say about gay sex? It's acceptable?
Sensual.
It's acceptable. It's normal. It's the same as any other sex.
It's not normal, no. It's not normal because it's more rare. There's nothing wrong with being rare. You know what I mean? But you can't act like, oh, it's a double rainbow. That's normal. You know? You're not necessarily making fun of it that you think that it's rare. It's more rare to have gay sex than it is to have straight sex. That's not a judgment call at all.
Yeah, but it's also not the freak show that Chris and Shelby try to portray it as.
Well, I'm not. I don't know if they said it that way.
Certainly more fluids.
All right. You know what? You're always going back to fluids. Mark, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Ronnie B, I think the Shelby phrase you're looking for is fucking hermaphrodite. And Christianity's a piece of shit. I just want to get that in there.
Mark, you're a piece of shit.
All right,
let's not call each other names. You know what I mean? We're having a really nice Friday. You know, this is, everybody's working for the weekend is one of my big sayings, you know? No, it's really not, but I do remember that song being out. But you know what? Let's ease into it. You're not a hermaphrodite, are you?
Nope.
Okay.
I am unisexual. I looked it up. It says no, either one male or female, not hermaphrodite, having only one type of sexual organ.
You're an androgynous weirdo, Shelby. That's what it boils down to.
At the end of the day.
No, so too many dudes are coming in here talking about banging your mouth, man. It's gonna happen one day.
Joey in Jersey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, forget about it, guys.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I think he should prove it. I think he should just pull down trowel right now and prove that he's not a hermaphrodite.
Oh, first of all, I don't know if we could handle it. I have a feeling it might be like glaring into the sun. I just have a feeling I don't know whether it's going to be a penis or a vagina, but I think it's going to glow.
Like in that Indiana Jones movie, faces will be melting.
Dude, I didn't fucking see it. Why are you going to do that shit? You know I was planning this was going to be my indie weekend.
Well, I gave you the DVD last weekend. I thought you would have taken a viewing by now.
You're like my Bonnie when you start to bitch at me like that. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Here's the other thing, too, about Bonnie. Is, like I said, I believe they're funnier together. But I also think that Bunny's even sexier when she's with Rich. You know what I mean? Like, whatever that thing that they have, when they're together, that brings up her confidence level or whatever. Maybe I'm totally off there because no one else is agreeing, but I forgot I'm doing a show with 3 gay guys.
I'm very straight.
If anything,
yeah,
you have Viking dick.
Very straight.
Because Fez bitches you about freak sex, but you rarely bring up any sexual things unless it's freakish.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to have sex with a pregnant woman. Yeah, real straight.
You did sound like that's the fucking gayest thing I've ever heard.
I'm straight. I just look. I don't. The penis near a fetus just weirds me out.
Look. You don't have a big enough cock that you're getting anywhere near the fetus.
So I'm not talking about that, but the hard penis just like within, whatever, a foot or whatever the hell of the baby. I don't know.
Just think of it as a tiny skeleton inside.
Still has meat around the skeleton, though.
Human beings, the fact that you don't think of yourself as part of nature, you think of yourself on the other side of nature, it's disgusting.
We've conquered the atom. We're getting above nature.
We haven't conquered the atom. It blew up and fucking melted 2 cities. And I'm not giving anything away if you guys haven't seen the documentary, but it was pretty fucking awful, and no one felt like they had conquered it. They felt like, holy shit, can we shove this genie back in the bottle?